The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, by Washington Irving. Chapter 1, Introduction to Sleepy Hollow. The story begins with a description of Sleepy Hollow, a small secluded village along the Tappan Zee River in New York. The area is known for its supernatural happenings, with the most famous legend being the Headless Horseman, the ghost of a Hessian soldier who lost his head to a cannonball during the Revolutionary War. The village is enveloped in mystery, and the inhabitants are steeped in ghostly tales. The serene and dreamlike setting sets the tone for the eerie events to come. Chapter 2, Ichabod Crane's Arrival. Ichabod Crane, a lanky superstitious schoolteacher from Connecticut, arrives in Sleepy Hollow. He is well-read but particularly interested in ghost stories, which he enjoys listening to during his stay in the village. Though awkward and somewhat greedy, Ichabod becomes popular with the local children and is welcomed by the townspeople, especially when he offers to help with various chores in exchange for food. Chapter 3, Ichabod and Katrina Van Tassel. Ichabod becomes smitten with Katrina Van Tassel, the beautiful daughter of a wealthy Dutch farmer. He envisions not only winning her heart but also inheriting her father's large estate. However, Katrina already has a suitor, the town's burly and boisterous hero, Brom Bones. Ichabod, though no match for Brom physically, believes he can outwit his rival with his education and charm. Chapter 4, The Rivalry with Brom Bones. Brom Bones, aware of Ichabod's intentions, begins playing practical jokes to humiliate the schoolteacher. Despite Brom's teasing, Ichabod persists in his pursuit of Katrina. He hopes to impress her during a party at the Van Tassel estate, where he plans to win her affection once and for all. Chapter 5, The Party at the Van Tassel Estate. Ichabod attends the grand party at the Van Tassel home, filled with food, music, and dancing. He eats heartily and listens eagerly to ghost stories, particularly those about the Headless Horseman. Ichabod attempts to court Katrina, but she seems uninterested in him by the end of the evening. Disheartened, Ichabod mounts his horse and begins his fateful journey home. Chapter 6, The Ride Through Sleepy Hollow. As Ichabod rides home through the dark woods, his imagination begins to run wild. Every shadow and sound fills him with dread. Suddenly, he encounters a mysterious figure on horseback, whose head is nowhere to be seen. Terrified, Ichabod realizes that he has come face to face with the legendary Headless Horseman. Chapter 7, The Chase. The Headless Horseman gives chase, and Ichabod desperately tries to flee. The two gallop through the night, with Ichabod growing increasingly frantic. He believes that if he can cross the bridge near the church, the ghost will vanish. But just as he reaches the bridge, the horseman hurls his detached head at Ichabod. Chapter 8, The Morning After. The next morning, Ichabod is nowhere to be found. His horse is discovered wandering without him, and his hat is found near the bridge, along with a shattered pumpkin. The villagers speculate about his disappearance. Some say he was spirited away by the Headless Horseman, while others believe he simply fled in shame after losing Katrina's affection. Brom Bones, however, seems to know more than he lets on, laughing whenever the story is mentioned. Chapter 9, The Legend Leaves on. In the end, the legend of Sleepy Hollow remains a local mystery, with Ichabod never heard from again. The legend of the Headless Horseman continues to haunt the town, passed down through generations. Brom Bones marries Katrina, leading to suspicion that he may have had something to do with Ichabod's disappearance, though it is never confirmed. Conclusion. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, a timeless tale of fear and folklore, is a masterful blend of Gothic horror and dark humor, playing on the themes of superstition, fear, and human nature. Washington Irving's tale has endured for generations, not just as a ghost story but as a reflection on how myths and legends can shape the lives of those who believe in them. Whether Ichabod was truly spirited away by the Headless Horseman or was the victim of a prank gone too far, the story leaves us questioning the fine line between reality and imagination. Sleepy Hollow remains a place where the supernatural and the ordinary coexist, forever capturing the hearts of those who dare to enter its shadowy realm.